We're on chapter 3, and we're talking about the miracle working power of the subconscious and subconscious. And I would like to know, how is everybody doing on this particular topic? And how is this working out for you?
It's an open forum type of deal.
Okay.
So everybody knows I'm on a health lifestyle change. Anyway, I've been incorporating this power of the subconscious mind into my healthy lifestyle choices, right? Mm-hmm. So I have affirmations that I say that might relate to my energy levels or, you know, my digestion or whatever it is. But I'm also in the business of purchasing my home gym, right? Okay. And so I was looking at this particular product. We'll just call it an exercise bike, okay? And I was looking at the research on it, and it had all these really good reviews and everything. But I saw an even better product, and it had the same high reviews and everything. But the price was what it was. So I was like, oh man, I would have to wait on that, right? And then I was just like, I wish that price was this price.
Right.
And so time went by, and I just kept looking at it, and I print out the pictures of things I want, and I post them in my room,
right,
my walls, and carry it around in my book or whatever. And you know, yesterday was a light day for me, and I was just looking online, and the price was the price of bike A was the price of bike B, and I wanted bike B more.
Right.
It had everything that I wanted and more. It was just that price. It's not that I can't afford it. It's just that I choose to pay what I want to pay. You know? But I told the bike to be this price. And it was that. And so I was like, with my car, and I moved on with my life.
Right.
But my thing is, I just have been coming to the conclusion that you can have whatever you want.
Right.
You can create whatever reality you want. You can talk to, like, we've all read the books where you go to the store and you're praying the Holy Ghost about everything, and price comes down, and it may be a sale, maybe this season, maybe they got new inventory. But the truth of it is, you wanted it to be one way, and it had to become it because you believed it in that moment, and right. It was. So that's my testimony.
That's a cause things
that be not as though they were.
Moment, right?
Okay.
I'm just saying. I have to relate stuff to God's scriptures as well. Awesome.
Amen.
All right. Anyone else? Anyone else?
Yeah. Amen. I just like to say that my gainful and information has employed me in the Christian life, the walk of fame. But anyway, I believe that God is truly on our side, and I say our side, speaking in terms of Logos Fellowship Ministry, and the leaders that are here, and those that have identified with the Word of God and know that the Word of God is true. And as we're studying and understanding how the conscious mind works, and that was the previous chapter I think we was talking about, and in reference to the question that you asked. All right. Okay, the conscious mind. I had an experience with an item that I wanted, right, and I had discussed it, but I didn't say where I was wanting to purchase it. But it was discussed between my wife and I, and my daughters. They knew what I wanted and needed, you know, in respect to that. And we were in the store the other day, right? And in this particular store, they had the item. I didn't know they had the item. So my wife went through, and she was shopping. And she saw the item, and she got it, right? She grabbed it. And when we got to the register, I asked her, you know, how many gallons, because what it was a wet and dry back. And she said it was 6 gallons. And so the one that I had been looking at was like a 5-gallon. And I was looking at it online. And it so happened to be a gentleman in the store who was a home improvement person. Right?
Okay.
As he stated he was. And he nudged me to not purchase it. He was saying that it was not a good item because he had bought one and used it and was only able to use it one time before it broke down.
Okay.
Right. So I gave that some thought, and he kept making mention of it. So in my conscious mind, I was deciding to put it back, and I actually put it back. And on the way home, my wife mentioned the fact that, you know, the enemy was interfering with my conscious mind and tried to place it in my subconscious. So I thought about that, and she was right. You know, instantly I knew it was right. You know, because we're here not supposedly, but we should tap one another when we see that they are going outside of the training that we had before, or the training that we have had. You know, in order to know what to allow your subconscious to receive by knowing what and what not to say from your conscious mind. So we talked about that, and my grandbaby was in the back, and she was listening and everything. And so I was trying to urge my wife to turn around and go back so I knew what we had it, because I saw clearly exactly where I had gone wrong. Okay, and I don't know who mentioned praying about it or whatever, but I know that she kept urging me to pray about it. God, let it be that, because my wife had gave the description of the container that was in, and they only had 2. So my purpose of going back was to make sure that I got the one that she had picked, because that was the one. Okay, so I couldn't get her to turn around, but when I got to the house, I went back and got it, and it was there sitting right there. And I just thank God for what we're being taught and knowing that we can redeem the time. And that was the urgency of that. And I just give glory to God for that, because it's going to serve a great purpose.
Referring back to the constructive and destructive power of suggestion, and you can counteract negative suggestions. Let's say.
That is interesting.
Okay.
Because it's like, just because you're in the right setting and learning the right information doesn't mean that you can't be influenced away from the good that you're learning. You know, and it has nothing to do with this person's strength of mind or anything. It just really has to do with who you allow to influence you.
Right.
And I was talking to Mom the other day. She always likes to know what I got out of the reading, or what I got out of life, or what happened in my day. No. No, seriously. And what I read, and I believe it's in chapter 3, is that you are susceptible to suggestion, good or bad. And your brain's going to take in everything. But what your subconscious mind accepts is what your conscious mind filters to it. And it's based on the internal climate of your emotions as well. So if you have doubt about something, people can be there to encourage you or discourage you. You're going to accept the thought that works with you. And I also had that experience of, there's things that I want to do in my life. And I'm at a point where I'm ready to do it, but I still have to build up my confidence to do it. You know, like I have a confident personality, but there's still things, there's always going to be things where you just need God, you know, to encourage you. So based on my internal, the climate of my emotional state about what I'm trying to accomplish, was not a good time to even ask advice from outsiders or anything. But the person told me everything that I expected them to tell me. But it didn't deter me because of this training. I decided that I hear it, I'll take the good, I'll take the bad, and I'll use what I can use. That's where I am in it, and I'm going to move forward with it because it's something I want to do. Had I not had this training, I could have turned to the left and be like, oh, forget it. I don't want to do this anymore. And maybe 10 years down the road, I'm looking back like, but I didn't want to do it, So it just impresses to me how important it is to have that single-minded purpose for whatever it is you're going to do, And Sean told me about that experience, and it just confirmed in me how, even if you were leaning to agreeing with the negative thought, you still have time to go back and say, no, I'm going to change this thought. When I get to the store, it's going to be there, and it was, So, sure, you can call those things that be not as though they were,
That's an example now of what the scripture says. It's not calling those things that be not as they were. It's after the fact when you see what you did, and it goes along or aligns with God's word.
Amen.
And so that was it was very interesting because in that incident I could actually see it, and it was like, well, I don't want to show out in the store. He's like, well, what? I don't want to show out in this store, because I could have told that man, I don't know you. You don't come, and this happens all the time when you think about it. Through the course of the day, if you're out and about, people always got something to say about some product you might pick up, or they may say something about whatever, You might be ordering at the restaurant. You ask the waitress, well, how is this? You might want it, but the waitress tells you it wasn't good. So you move on and order something else. We're susceptible to outside influence, right?
Amen.
And it's not something to be like, be concerned about. It's just knowing that that's who we are,
Right.
But you still make up your own mind. Be responsible for your own mind and be responsible for your own thought.
Amen.
That's the thing about it, because the power has been given to each and every one of us to make our own decisions, to be strong in the Lord and in the power of His might, be able to take a thought to wherever place you want to take that thought to. We've been empowered by God, and that's why He gives us free will, which is amazing. It's not just free will to reject or accept God, but it's free will to think for yourself. It's free will to make your decisions. And sometimes you can be involved and live in an environment where so many words come at you to dissuade you from whatever it is that you want to do with your life, And here we're talking about how the miracle working power is within you. The ability to dream a dream, to become whatever it is that you want to become. That power is working on the inside. It's not coming from some other place. It's built into you. You know what I mean? And I think that's pretty amazing. If you go to the second paragraph on chapter 3, it says your subconscious mind never sleeps and it never rests. It's always on the job. You can discover the miracle working power of your subconscious by plainly stating to your subconscious before you go to sleep that you wish a certain specific thing accomplished. And you will be delighted to discover that the spirit, the power of God, that's what I say, within you, right, will be released, leading to the result, the desired result. So here then is a source of power and wisdom which places you in touch with omnipotence. Now, omnipotence is God.
Amen.
because God is source
Yes, he is.
in all things. You cannot be apart from the Creator. You cannot disrespect the Creator by just, I'm able to do these things. It's in Deuteronomy that it says, my power and my might
That's right.
got this for me, and to the exclusion of God. You don't exclude God and you don't put God in the parentheses. He's the one that's responsible for whatever it is that we receive, and we have to be respectful, of those types of things.
Amen.
That's one of the downfalls of when you're looking at these different things and you look at it just for what it is on the surface and you don't give respect to the Creator.
Right.
So you always be mindful of that. When I was talking to my husband in the car, I was saying, people are always talking about, come on, let's get into the presence of God. But He is omnipresent, which means that He is ever present, always present, because He's in us. So if He's in us, then He's forever present with us. That means we have His wisdom all the time. We can make good and conscious choices. We have the ability to think, and make a good decision. And we have to know that. And that's where the confidence that Shane is talking about, having the confidence to, know that which is within me will cause me to make good decisions. I make good decisions, even if that's the confession. I make good decisions.
Absolutely.
Amen. So God is source. I would write that next to omnipotent, omnipotence, or the power that moves the world. God is source. That's what I always say. God is source. Okay, you're not getting your energy, you're not getting your wisdom and your knowledge from an ever-ready battery. You're getting it from God, who is our source.
Amen. Praise.
Amen?
Yes.
And the next paragraph says, your subconscious mind is the source of your ideals, aspirations, and altruistic urges. It was through the subconscious mind that Shakespeare perceived whatever it is that he perceived. But I'm saying your subconscious mind is the source for all of the things that you're looking to empower your world, your own personal universe. It's coming from on the inside of us. And above all the things that we talk about, clearly we want to be sure that we understand the privilege is coming from in us. It's been given to us to know what the mysteries of the kingdom are. And those mysteries are even inside of us. We don't have to go looking for the mystery. The mystery is in you because the kingdom is on the inside of us. Amen. Now, if you go down to your subconscious, is your book of life. We talked about that. Whatever thoughts, beliefs, opinions, theories, or dogmas you write, engrave, or impress on your subconscious mind, you shall experience them as the objective manifestation of circumstances, conditions, and events. So you have to, the Bible talks about, somebody get that for me, guarding your heart
With all diligence.
with all diligence. Now, heart is not heart, okay? Heart is deeper than that.
Amen.
Guard your subconscious with all diligence. Why? Because out of it flows the issues. Where else are the issues maintained? Where are the issues kept? Issues of life. They pour out of your subconscious, right? Because that's the suitcase where everything, every experience is there. It's held right there. Okay? Y'all find that?
Proverbs 4:23.
What does it say?
It says,
Hey.
above all
Above all
else,
else,
guard your heart.
guard.
Your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your heart with all diligence.
Okay. Because?
We're out of it.
Thank you.
Flows from it.
So the heart,
Issues of the springs of life.
the heart is the subconscious. Okay?
Amen.
Because that's where all the issues, your issues, whatever issue you got going on, it's coming from there.
Mm-hmm.
So you guard it. And it says with all diligence. Now, where else is that at? No, I'm saying, where else is that scripture?
To the New Testament.
I know it's in the New Testament. Where is it?
That is Matthew.
You said Proverbs.
Oh, did I say Proverbs?
Proverbs.
Okay, hold on.
Hallelujah. So, here's what he's saying. That whatever thoughts, beliefs, opinions, theories, or dogmas you write, engrave, or impress on your subconscious mind, you shall experience them as the objective manifestation of circumstances, conditions, and events. See, your heart, your heart is where your subconscious is. Everything is in there. Your emotions, all those things are right there in the heart, right?
Amen.
Get into the heart of the matter. Your subconscious. That's what it's talking about. Okay?
Amen.
On the last paragraph, on the second paragraph, last sentence, it says, man is what he thinks all day long.
Amen.
You know, sometimes my day lately has just been filled to the point that around about 8 o'clock, I'm looking for everybody to disappear. Dogs and people. You know, find your own place in the world. You know what I mean? Because all day long I've had thoughts. I've thought about different things. And so now I need to get myself somewhere where I can meditate, right? Regain my strength from the Lord, from the Holy Spirit. So you have to set aside. You have to make an effort to guard your heart. You have to make an effort to recharge yourself. You can't depend on someone else to do that for you. And that's not going to sleep and drooling out your mouth.
Right.
That's going somewhere and getting your mind, you know, settling yourself down. If you don't give a 5 or 10 minutes of quiet time at the end of your day, you should take that time meditating upon the things that will restore you. Amen?
Amen.
It says what is impressed on the subconscious is expressed.
Correct.
Okay? Jesus said that it's not what goes in, but it's the things that come out. Because, you know, sometimes if you look online, for example, and let's say there's an article, and you look at the comments underneath the articles, and sometimes I just go, I cannot believe that people just take it upon themselves and they think, you know, I'm anonymous, so I can just say whatever I want to say about the President of the United States. I can say whatever I want to say about the political system and nobody knows. But the presence of God is there. God knows what you're saying. You know, he knows that. But we think it's okay sometimes to take liberties with what you just get to say because you think there's some anonymity. There's not. Okay? There's not. And I'm just sometimes taken aback by the level. And sometimes it's Christians that's doing this kind of talking. And I'm just taken aback by the level of opinion. Because I'm like, even if I got one, I'm not telling you what it is. I'm keeping it to myself. Amen. So what is impressed on the subconscious is expressed. So when you're seeing different comments, that tells you what's in the person's heart. You know, what is coming out of their heart. They've had some type of experiences what makes them think that it's okay to be hateful in the way that you talk and different things like that. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. So, down here it says, in other words, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth paragraph, what is impressed in the subconscious is expressed. Last paragraph says, as in heaven in your own mind, so on earth in your body and environment. This is the great law of life, right? Whatever is impressed is what it says. Whatever is impressed on your subconscious mind is expressed on the screen of space. This same truth is proclaimed by the different ones who proclaimed it, right? It's just about, the things that are impressed upon you are expressed, right? What's impressed upon the subconscious. Because the subconscious is forever learning, but never coming into the knowledge of the truth. But it's always learning. Because it goes based on what you tell it, okay? And what you feed into it. If you go down to it says in 2 paragraphs down, if you think negatively, destructively, and viciously, these thoughts generate destructive emotions, right? Which must
be expressed.
See, those kinds of things, they gotta find an outlet.
Right.
Good has to find an outlet, and so does evil. You know what I mean? These emotions, being of a negative nature, are frequently expressed as ulcers, heart trouble, tension, and anxieties. Okay?
Amen.
Last paragraph. We injure ourselves by the negative ideas which we entertain. Now, this is not us, okay? We're not those people that are entertaining negativity.
Right.
Okay? That's not who we are. But these are the things we know about it. We've seen it happen, and we know that it occurs, right? How often have you wounded yourself by getting angry, jealous, or vengeful?
Right.
These are what? Poisons that can enter your subconscious mind. You were not born with these negative attitudes.
That's right.
Feed your subconscious mind life-giving thoughts, and you will wipe out the negative patterns lodged therein. As you continue to do this, all the past will be wiped out and remembered no more.
Mm-hmm.
So
See, you have to feed yourself.
Right.
Feed your subconscious with good things. Those good things could be cartoons. Those good things can be making an apple pie, doing a recipe. But you're taking, see, this is one thing I like about people at this ministry, is that we take an active role in our own abilities. We don't just sit back and listen to the word, and we don't do things to change our environment, to change our world. We take active roles in doing those things. And that's why we get the results that we get. No point if you don't get a result.
Right.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
The subconscious heals of malignancy. And then he goes on to testify. Go to Psalms 139. I'd like to see what that says. 139 Psalm. But he goes on to talk about a skin situation that he had. Okay? This. Let me go down here. Okay. You ready? Anybody got Psalms 139?
What kind of Bibles y'all
14. What does it say?
Watch it now.
What's going on here? The Bible told Christians. Okay. Okay, 139:14 says what?
I will praise thee, for I am fearful and wonderfully made.
Mm-hmm.
Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well.
You got that?
My substance.
I prayed in a very simple prayer because it talks about the experience that he had with the skin situation, right? And it says, my body and all its organs were created by the infinite intelligence of my subconscious mind, which is God, which is my source.
Right.
So think about when you see the infinite intelligence, you know that what you're speaking about is God. But give God credit for it. Don't be talking about the infinite intelligence. Jesus.
Right.
All right.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
It knows how to heal me.
Right.
Physician, heal thyself.
Heal
It's
thy-
wisdom. Fashion all my organs. See, this right here is enough to shout on. You know, you get somewhere in the spirit and get on this right here.
Right.
This infinite healing presence within me is now transforming every atom of my being,
Right.
making me whole and perfect. I give thanks for the healing I know is taking place now. Wonderful are the works of God. Right? Wonderful are the works of God who worketh through me. Wonderful is the kingdom. Wonderful is Jesus Christ, right?
Amen.
And what he does. Now, having said that, Here's a little thing I want you to take home, and I want you to study these out, okay? But just study them out. Don't look for stuff on yourself. Study them out, okay? Then I got pages on them because these are realities here. Okay, these are realities that we don't have to deal with. So when you are dealing with people and they drama,
All right now.
hello, you have some points of reference. And this is not grounded in stone. This is just reference, okay? That you can refer to.
When in doubt, get
Yeah.
that oil.
Cause I got something on myself right now, right? I got a little rash, and I'm like, why is this rash not going away? Maybe I look this up, and I see rash, and see, is that me? I don't have to see. This is another power of subconscious. You know what I'm saying? Is that something that is of a concern? Should I be concerned about this particular thing? You know? Are you hearing me?
Amen.
So you have to be wise. Like the rash says, irritation over delays. Am I a person of urgency? Do things to get on my nerves because they take too long? Yeah. Now I know why I got a rash. And I know what to do to get rid of it. Hello?
Amen.
Y'all ain't in the spirit with me on this, but I'm telling you, God is in his holy temple.
Tell us to be gone.
Be gone.
I don't know what. Look at that. Confront myself.
Confront thyself. That's right. You know, we're not sitting around like, pool of Bethesda, waiting for somebody to take me in and heal me. If I just do right by my own self, I will be healed. Amen, somebody.
Amen.
Okay. On the healing principle of the subconscious restores atrophied optic. Somebody beat that word.
Atrophy?
Thank you.
What
Optic
is it?
nerves, and that's just talking about the person wasn't able to see. They were struggling with blindness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now the last sentence in there I highlighted. It says, according to what you believe.
Right.
Okay? According to what you believe, be it done unto you. That is Bible all the way. Okay? How to convey the idea of perfect health. And then it gives you examples, right?
Right.
Several times a day of what you need to say concerning something that might be of a challenge to your life. Okay? It may be something that is of concern to your life. This is all about you. This is all about us as individuals staying healthy, happy, joyous, giving praise and thanksgiving to God, being worshipers of God, being able to give and be that one that can lead others into his truth, right?
Yeah.
And how you can have that life of being happy. You don't have to be in drama. You don't have to be stressed out about nothing in this life.
Amen.
Amen. Last page, last sentence I got. Whosoever you shall ask, whatsoever you shall ask in prayer. What did Jesus say?
Believe ye shall receive.
You remember the scripture? They always taught us that Jesus said, if you speak to this mountain, right? And they always try to give us this analogy that Jesus would point. But he was talking about where he was standing at that moment.
Right.
So if you speak to the situation that you're in at that moment, I'm talking about the mountain. I'm talking about the situation you're dealing with right now, where you standing at. Jesus said, if you speak to this mountain, where you standing at right now, and you having any kind of issue, and you believe in your heart, it's gone. Whatever it is. He wasn't speaking about some faraway land or pointing his finger across the water. Right. He's talking about if you got something that you're concerned about, you can deal with it. And that was what Jesus was all about. Deal with your stuff.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Right?
Amen.
And that's what we don't, not we, but the Church of Jesus Christ don't want to deal with nothing. I think Jesus is just going to come and just erase everything. But he said on the cross, it's finished. Now y'all do what y'all need to do because I've done what I need to do.
Right.
Amen.
Amen.
But we need to have the tools. Without the tools, we just frustrated. I believe that's one of the first things in this chapter is frustration because you don't have the tools to overcome. But God, you said I'm an overcomer. But where are the tools that I'm supposed to overcome with? If nobody gives me the tools, how am I ever going to be this overcomer?
All right.
Jeremiah, give me Jeremiah. That was my thing today. I will feed you with knowledge and understanding. You can have the knowledge you need all day, but if you don't understand what to do with the information that you got, you know, we got a lot of people puffed up. Somebody look up that. Puffed up. Full of knowledge. Right? But they don't know how to apply that to their life so that their life would change.
You said Jeremiah, not Joshua.
Right, Jeremiah. Might be something there too. You know? We are infinitely empowered to change our own world.
Right.
Ain't nobody writing that down, but
Jeremiah what?
that was what y'all supposed to find out.
Well, wait a minute, what are we looking for in Jeremiah?
I've
been saying that's all right.
Feed you with knowledge and understanding the scripture, y'all. Come on. Somebody pull up the concordance and stop acting like y'all don't know how to find the word. So even though this is what we're talking about, we're constantly talking about what the subconscious does. The reason why we're talking about this and flushing out the evil, if there be any, right? It's so that we can do what we need to do for ourselves. Know how to take care of ourselves. Know how to change our own world. And then somebody find a scripture. Once you change your world, strengthen your brother.
That's in the New Testament.
Yeah, well, fine. What's going on? I see people punching buttons, but I'm not seeing nobody coming up with the word. Do I need to bring the concordance in?
I need another cup of coffee. Throwing the book at us today.
Amen. Because we at the ideas worth remembering. And he put some highlights out there, right? Somebody got Jeremiah? Okay, let me get my phone. Jeremiah what?
Puffed up is not just in Jeremiah, so you know it's kind of hard
It's not that hard as it is.
to determine where you're trying to go.
Jeremiah.
Okay, I got Luke 22.
What's that? That's not Jeremiah.
No.
Feed you with knowledge and understanding. Somebody will Google them words and you will get the scriptures to come up. That's how you do it. You don't need to know the whole scripture.
You said puffed up.
Puffed up was something else. You look at that in a concordance. Feed you with knowledge and understanding. Somebody got that?
Okay, I got the strengthen the brethren.
Okay, what does it say?
It says, but I have prayed for thee.
Go up one scripture. Because I don't know who you're talking about.
Okay. Alright, I'm in Luke.
Jeremiah 3:15.
Oh, 3 and 15.
Yes. Oh, okay.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Right. What does it say in Jeremiah 3:15? It says,
Then I will give you shepherds after my own heart.
that will do what?
Lead you with knowledge and understanding.
Lead you with knowledge and understanding, right?
Right.
And if you go to, what is the scripture where Jesus said, woe unto you teachers, right? Scribes and Pharisees. You lock up the key of knowledge, you don't give it, you don't let nobody else in, and you won't go in yourself. So knowledge is important to have, but understanding is primary. Okay?
Okay.
Because you need to know and understand how to apply the knowledge so that it changes your world. What you got, sister?
Alright, I got Luke 22, 31.
Okay.
And the Lord said,
That's
Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you,
Now let me explain to you what Satan is.
that he
Okay?
may sift you as wheat.
All right. Satan is not a demon unto itself that's coming after you. Satan is a system that's trying to destroy you. Okay? Maybe if you take it off the demonic plane and look at it in a different way, you will see and you could say, the devil. Okay? It is a system. It's just like Pharaoh was influenced by the devil. All these different systems were influenced by Satan. So it's not Satan, but it's the system. Okay? Anything that's not of God in the word or in the kingdom is a system of Satan. And we don't want to be involved in that. And he says to Peter, what?
But I have prayed for thee that thy faith fail not. And when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren.
So he says, when you've been converted, right? Because
Luke 6:29.
yeah. Then you got to turn around and strengthen your brother. And first you got to pray for your brother because your brother don't even know he needs strength. You know, we got to the point where drama is what we're supposed to live with. That we agree with drama. You got people that just like, you know, drama is what I'm supposed to have. My light bulb is out. I'm supposed to live with a dark light in my house. I'm not living with no dark lights. That's drama. That's darkness. God called me to illumination and light. You know? When you turn on the light in the house and the bulb don't work, it's time to go to the store. I have under my little microwave range there. Light was out. I can't survive with no darkness in my way. Darkness got to retreat. Amen?
Amen.
So the idea is worth remembering.
Amen.
Amen.
I think I got number 4. The law of action and reaction.
Yep.
Okay, your action is going to cause a reaction. So think first. Okay? Your thought is action. Your reaction is the automatic response to your subconscious mind, to the thought. Watch your thoughts. Guard your heart with all diligence.
Yes.
Amen.
Right?
Amen.
Be diligent about guarding your subconscious. I don't see you writing it down. Be diligent about guarding your subconscious.
Amen.
For out of it flows the things that flowed into it. And some of us need the disinfectant in our subconscious. Because it's got so many poisons in it.
All right now.
Come on now. Number 5. All frustration is due to unfulfilled desires.
All right.
Frustration. I didn't get what I wanted to get. Okay? If you dwell on obstacles and delays and difficulties, your subconscious will respond in kind. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you start blocking your own good because you look at it from a frustration. You get frustrated about the fact that things are not happening. And you have to learn how to let go and let go. You know, release things and let them go. And that's sometimes a challenge to do. And maybe that's what you need to meditate on. Learning to release.
Learn to release.
Right? You got to let stuff go. Number 7, interesting. You can interfere with the normal rhythm of your heart, your lungs, and other organs by worry, anxiety, and fear. You feed your subconscious with thoughts of what? Harmony, health, and peace.
And all
the functions of your body will become normal again. Go to the scripture that says,
I'll leave you in perfect peace with mind and stayed on thee.
Peace. Where he says, you know, I call you to peace. In the world, you will have trouble. But before he says in the world you will have trouble, prior to that he says you will have peace. He said, I got peace. So that means you can have peace. You don't have to live frustrated. You don't have to live discouraged. You don't have to live that way. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
Keep your conscious mind. What's your conscious mind? Your active, everyday mind busy with expectation of the best, and your subconscious will faithfully reproduce your habitual thinking. See, the things you think about. I know God is going to do good for me. I know something good is coming in my direction. And not something good, but good is coming in my direction.
Right.
You know, like they on TV talking about, I don't know who this is for. It's for everybody. You don't have to like cut it up into pieces. Good is for everybody that's willing to accept it.
Amen.
You know, it's the mission. Mission impossible. Here is good if you choose to accept it.
Right.
You know, you can reject it, and you can continue to have those emotional feelings of lack and poverty and all of that nonsense, and just all kind of family drama. You got it? You know. Oh my gosh. In the world, you will have trouble. Did anybody find that?
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Be of good cheer. Oh. Y'all can text, but you can't find the scripture. Come on. So I close this out.
John 16:33.
Did you say Genesis?
John
John. What?
16.
16.
Thank you, Tabara. I thought she said John 3:16. We were going a
Right.
whole other
Right.
direction. What was it? Hello?
John 16.
John 16.
33.
Okay. 16:33.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Get there.
Amen. Praise God.
Okay. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me you might have peace.
In me.
Right? In God.
Right.
So where's God?
In me.
In you. Right? I am the Father and the Father in me. Right?
Mhm.
So peace is within you. So when you get into chaotic situations, you can call for what?
Peace.
Peace. Right? He said, in the world you shall have tribulation. But be of good cheer because I've overcome the world. If I've overcome the world,
You have overcome the world.
right? Scripture. We overcome by the word of our testimony. Find it.
That's what it means.
Overcomer. Overcomer. Revelations. Maybe. I don't know. Right now. But we overcome by the word of our testimony. Overcomers. Who's overcomers?
I am an overcomer.
And love not their lives to the death. Come on.
Revelations 12.
What does it say? Revelations 12. What?
11. And
12.
they overcome him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they love not their lives unto death.
Their lifestyle. Right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't love their life. They love God. But they overcame by what?
The word
The
of
words of their testimony, because it's the words, let the words of my mouth, come on, where's that at? Find it.
meditation of our heart.
Where's it at? Let the words of my mouth,
That's in the Old Testament.
meditations of my heart be acceptable in thy sight.
That's an Exodus. I believe that's 20.
Got it?
Hold on.
I don't know.
This is what I'm saying, and this is what I said on last week. You are filled with the word. It's in your subconscious. Where you think I'm popping these scriptures off from? In my head. My spirit, brother.
Psalm
They're
19.
coming out of me. What does it say?
What does Psalm 19 say?
Yes.
It says,
Oh, okay.
Keep looking for it.
I got it.
What does it say?
I thought
Somebody.
Bishop was going to read it. Okay, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart
Wait a minute. Stop right there. Let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my subconscious.
be accepted.
Oh, wait a minute. Y'all didn't get that. That right there. That. Right there. Stay right there. Words of my mouth,
Right.
meditations of my subconscious
Be acceptable
be acceptable
in thy sight.
in your presence,
O Lord,
Lord,
my strength
who is my strength
and my redeemer.
and my redeemer.
And let the church say.
Did you write that down? Did you write that scripture down? Oh, it's Psalms what?
19.
19 and 14.
All right. Father, we thank you for this time in your presence. We thank you for your words that are coming forth. Thank you for your people, that their mind is stayed on you, that we become people that can exercise this word, Lord, and that which is on the inside of us, let it come forth, that we know. Because we know this word. We know this Bible. We know the word. It's in our subconscious. Let the words of my heart be acceptable to you. The fact that you have poured that into our spirit, let it come forth at the appropriate time and change our world. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen.